Suppose I should go through the new layouts that I haven't tried yet. So let's try with solo. It's gonna be interesting. I don't have any restrictions on which route I can take now, so I'll probably go pacifist / neutral. More obstacles and hazards. Okay, let's try it. When I fail a run, I may switch over to a different setup. Only 300 starting health, huh? Well, I'm definitely going to be shuffling a lot. Definitely going to be shuffling a lot, although starting with full mana is good. Generating some shield could be good. Actually, since I have no cards, that would make a really good flow deck. Even though I just turned down the flow relic. Let's try it. Go this way for 2 relics. Plus the hazard. I mean, for the time being, I see the hazard as positive because you get better cards from it. Rock cycle. I think it's a bit early for rock cycle. I just don't have mana to sustain it, or enough flow to really make good use of it. Starting with shield seems pretty useful. Oh my god, my finger slipped on the trigger, or on my D-pad, and I didn't move down. Sure, take the shield. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, maybe I did not play this fight very well. Oh man. Dude, it kept going the wrong way, and I was very stupid about that. I'm not playing well right now. Oh, that was dumb. Oh wait, I should be killing hostages. I totally forgot that I get max HP for killing them. I'm not going to abandon the run, but I am playing extremely bad. don't need the health. Sure. I could just remove the Ragnarok. I think that's probably for the best. I'll leave it for now. The fights are easy enough. Always dying near 3-7? I mean, that's good progress. That means you should be unlocking characters. If you haven't already, you should try out the Chrono Saffron build. Definitely helps you learn attacks because you can slow down time. So whenever you're not really like doing anything with your mana, you can just slow down time to hit the opponent or dodge their attacks. Ice, Sword, Shield, and Mercenary. Yeah, I'd probably recommend just going Chrono Saffron. So I think Saffron's the easiest to play. Like, her strategy is the most straightforward, and being able to slow down time just really helps you learn the enemy patterns. Okay, so we want to hit as many of these as possible to get the max HP. Well, you don't have to build time cards per se because she has the slowing down time built into her kit. What it does let you do is it lets you pick attacks that are hard to hit because you can slow down time to line up your attack. Like, for example, this Ragnarok that I have. I'm gonna let the bottom one die. So for example, Ragnarok only hits a single tile. It's a lot easier to land if you slow down time because then you can position yourself very quickly. Yeah, Poison, I have pretty mixed feelings on Poison. I haven't tried a full Poison build, but I've seen people take just the one cost Poison everybody for 40, but I feel like it doesn't really do enough damage to warrant clogging up your deck. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but you don't want to take too many cards. Like, feel free to skip a lot of cards, as long as they kind of keep your deck more focused. It's less mental load and makes it easier to get to the cards that you're looking for. There's a lot of different viable strategies though. Doubles poison damage, removes poison, yep. Yeah, if you're going a full poison build, then that's pretty reasonable. But again, I've never personally gone for a full poison build, so I'm not too familiar with it. I do know it can stack up pretty insane damage though. So yeah, if you are going for a poison build, then essentially you want to, every card that you add to your deck, you have to think about a few things. Like, first of all, how easy is it to use? Like, do I have to think when I use it? If your deck is full of things that you don't have to think about, then that means you get enough mana regen and you can just spam your cards. Like, you just spam the buttons without even thinking. So those are good cards to take in most situations. And then you have to think if they're actually like advancing towards your win condition. It's like shield can help you survive until you hit your win condition. Poison cards can help accelerate their death. There could be other utility cards that are helpful. And then depending on your build, sometimes just taking like big damage can be good. Like if you find a big AoE and you have a ton of mana, then maybe it's okay to just take it. It's all very situational. It also depends what point in the run you're at, what you expect the challenges in the run to be. So it's a bit of a Slay the Spire mentality that I have, where you kind of want to focus on your next immediate challenge. But if you know your deck is already good for like the first 3 acts, then maybe you can start picking cards that are better for after that you know you're going to need in the future. Like, a good example is when to remove cards. Like this Ragnarok, I'm definitely going to remove it by the end of the game, because it's so hard to hit. But the early enemies don't move very much, and it does a lot of damage, so I'm just going to keep it for now. So it's okay to take cards that help more now than in the future if the now is where you're struggling. And actually it's kind of interesting because I find by late game, usually if you get a really strong deck, like the late game's actually easier than the early game. Because you're kind of just spamming all your cards, either building up a bunch of shield or killing them in one hit with your spells. AD Shield is an interesting one. I don't really want to clog my deck up though, and that seems like an easy way to take damage. I haven't tried co-op. I think there might be a few issues with co-op that make it not perfect, but I mean, I'd be down to give it a try if you wanted to. I really don't know how to value haste. I've honestly never noticed it make much of a difference. I need to see some side-to-side comparison on how haste affects your movement. Pretty low on mana regen, so this seems useful, even though it does interrupt my flow a bit. Yeah, same. Like, I don't even know when it procs, I just don't notice. Okay, she can die. Yeah, I've seen people do that. It's pretty nice. Getting saved at the last second. Ah, I see. Seems like a good way to get the achievement for winning a fight on 1 health. Oh, whoops. Removal? Do I want more removal? I wouldn't mind removing Counter-Strike later on if I have a really good flow setup. Otherwise, I don't want to remove any of the other ones. But these are all useless, so I'll just grab it in case. Shield catch. I don't think I want to have to rely on catching it though. Okay. Get 2 relics and then hit up the shop. Seems reasonable. Wait, I totally did not see that for some reason. This is a weird one. It costs 0, so it doesn't hurt to take it. Although, I guess there's flow issues. Oh, I could use my removal on the jam relic later. That's actually a good idea. So then I probably don't want this. Jam cannon. It's 240 damage for 0. It's an interesting thought. It really gets in the way of my flow setup though. But it's a lot of damage. When you shuffle, gain 2 flow, that's really good considering I have the jams at the end of the deck. Although I'm not going to be casting the jams now, but it still seems good. Oh, I messed up. Okay, I still got it. Take the defense. Oh, this one, Eternity Cannon. I don't mind it. much? It does 40 damage? It'll add up though. Okay, I've got a lot of money. Not sure I really want to be hurting myself for that little money. Could take a max mana. I don't intend on getting hit all that often. I think we're probably looking for upgrades here. Heart of the Cards is, it's not great, I don't think. Like, I'm healing for what, 7 each battle? I don't know if 7 HP is really gonna be that crazy. Also considering I'm at max HP and I'll probably have better ways to heal if I really need it. Like, I can spare a boss to heal 400, which is almost all of my health. Yeah, I'm just deciding what to upgrade. I think it's about time I can get rid of Ragnarok. I have enough damage in this deck now. Okay, so with 6 mana, and we start at full mana, I can look for double Coldstone, double Tremor. These are not exactly what I was looking for. I mean, it's okay. I guess I take that over nothing. Now we look for Tremor. Consume. This is probably fine. Yeah, I think it's okay to take this. Let's grab another upgrade for Fracture. Man, I'm really not hitting the upgrades I'm looking for. Got a couple more. I can try upgrading Coldstone again. Actually, Coldstone costs a lot. Maybe I try to upgrade one of these. Try Fracture again. I'll wait for now. I don't need the upgrades immediately. Okay. Okay, these gems are actually getting quite annoying. Oh, okay. I need to be careful about that I don't accidentally kill bosses. Yeah, this boss can be pretty confusing. I mean, I took a few hits there, but if you noticed, I killed her really quickly. If you kill the enemy quickly, you don't really have to worry too hard about dodging. There's a few interesting attacks on that one. A lot of it is just memorizing, but on the one where she blocks the four corners and like has her like thing go in a diamond shape, as long as you visualize a diamond from where it lands, you just need to move out of those four squares. So usually you can see a safe spot either at the very top or the very bottom. Yeah, so you have to be careful with where you're moving when she's targeting your tile. You kind of want to move in a shape so that you have somewhere to go after. I'll show in a second. So if you run around very quickly, it's easy for random tiles to get taken up and you have nowhere to go. If you like start up here and then like move in some kind of shape that leaves you open space, then it should be easier to dodge. Or at least you won't get caught in a corner. Like the worst case is if you're in a small area with something that goes back and forth. So it's okay to take damage just to avoid that situation. So like if she's making holes in like this kind of an area, like a T-shape, and you think you're gonna get caught in like a small space with one of those things, then it's okay to just like stand on the hole and take the one hit when she creates the holes, and then at least you're not stuck taking the constant damage. Okay, another good path here. I want both of them to die. Oh, I expected it to die from that shot. Gain 40 shield. Guess that's okay. And you'll notice that I'm very careful about the order I'm using my attacks in. Oh god. I mean, I have less than 200 money, so the expected value is actually not bad. But yeah, so you'll notice that Tremor, I never use first because it cracks adjacent tiles if I'm not on flow. I'd rather not crack my own tiles as opposed to trying to get a bit more damage out of my other stuff. Like, I'm optimizing to take less damage as opposed to dealing more. Man, do I take the risk here? I have a shop coming up, so it'd really suck to go in with no money. But like, 200 extra money would be really good. I think I have to do this. Yes! Okay, we win. That's gonna be a juicy shop coming up. Max mana is really good when you have this relic that lets you start with full mana. Just lets you... The beginning of the fight is usually the hardest because you don't have any of your engine going, but getting over that hump by having maximum mana at the beginning is very good. And it lets you just keep getting more max mana, and it gives you more to start with. Okay, I don't have a particularly good way to deal with this, so I'm just gonna have to do this. Dude, why am I getting only jams? I actually don't even know how I killed them there. Oh my god, this is super good. Trigger Flowcast twice. Getting a lot of good flow relics here. Apply Fragile to all enemies. That's good, I have a lot of big damage hits. Okay, got a lot of money here. Yeah, we could take a mana regen. Be better if we can remove the regen we're getting from Jam. Not the greatest shot though. I'm actually going to refresh, see if we can get something else that's good. Firing missiles? It's fine, I'll take the upgrade. I'm losing 100 defense. This is going to be a hard boss fight. If I die because of my hubris, that'll be pretty sad. Okay, I've got a lot of upgrades, I should try using them. Oh no. Really not what I'm looking for here. If I get rid of Fracture also, what do I have left? Just the Cold Stone? And the Eternity Cannons. I mean, the Eternity Cannons will stack up, so it's not the end of the world, but still, I'd rather not get rid of all my DPS like that. Okay, this is going to be very sketchy. I guess we take splash damage. Oh, I'm not getting any luck with these upgrades. The jams are really going to clog my deck up. I think I have to remove this. And I'm going to remove the relic as well. So I'm relying on Eternity Cannon and Cold Stone, and then just a couple basic shield cards. So every cycle, I'm going to be playing 4 cards and gaining 4 flow. And when I shuffle, I gain flow, right? Yeah. Okay, so I should always have flow. I'm not actually sure how this is going to play out. It'll be interesting. And then, so I'm going to have missiles fired at me, and I have 100 less defense. So This will be a scary fight. Okay, I do not want to use my auto attack. That's going to be way too scary. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff going on, but somehow I didn't take any damage. That was really sketchy. I like how this deck is working though. Now do I spare her for the revive? Yeah. I think I want to go for the neutral ending. Do I? Actually, I think my deck is better for the genocide boss. No, let's go for neutral. Okay, so this is actually working very well, surprisingly. So one thing that's important when deck building is that you need scaling damage to, say, beat the gate at the very end, because he has like so much health. But you also need upfront damage so that you can take care of your normal encounters without taking damage. So these things that do double damage and consume are really good for taking out those like basic encounters. Whereas things like the Eternity Cannon, it doesn't do much on the basics, but it does a ton of damage on bosses. Oh god. That I did not play well at all. Rock Cycle? I don't think I need Rock Cycle. Well, I get Flow on Shuffle. So I'll have like a few of them each cycle. No, I'd rather get my Eternity Cannons up. I think I'm okay with her dying. Just give me max HP. Well, you have Flow, gain 5 defense. Why did I not use my shield? It's pretty dumb. I always focus so hard on dodging that I forget to use my stuff. Taking a lot of chip damage that I shouldn't be taking. Risk of Rain 2? No, I've never played it. Might as well take the heal here. It's a roguelike? What's the gameplay like? Okay, sure. Okay, lots of money for the shop. Let's go for more upgrades. Gonna hit the wall, so splash damage is pretty good. Double cast. Yes, you'll notice a lot of these fights go by really quickly. Does spell power help me? A little bit, but not much. Fragile isn't bad, but I don't think I really need it. Okay, as the last area, I'd like to go to the shop, so I will. It's a decent shield card. More max mana. Get a bit of extra money as well. Applies fragile when you shuffle. Interesting. I don't think it'd be that useful though. Just grab another upgrade, I guess. Piercing. If this works how I think it does, then it's equivalent to double cast, because it'll hit the boss twice. I don't really care about Gunner. Gunner's easy to kill, but for the wall, does piercing allow you to hit the wall twice? The gate. Well, let's try it. I think I win either way, so it's fine, but we can try this and see if it looks like it's working. The double cast was what I was looking for, though. I'm not sure that we need Counter-Strike anymore. I think with Corset, we've got enough shielding here. Alright. I'm at full health, so I can just kill him. That's not very useful. Sure. Why not? Okay. I don't think it's hitting him twice. I am, however, doing like a ton of damage to him. So I don't think it really matters. Yeah, this is what I mean by your deck being so strong that like it doesn't matter. Like, look at this. Yeah, if you build your deck right, the late game is very easy.